Welcome to Shantalakshmi IAS. In this video, we will be learning the daily MCQs of that date's current affairs. This will be very helpful to boost your prelim score. First question, which of the following statements are not true regarding the GDP? Okay, GDP. This is taken from the today's newspaper. Recently, in the recent preliminary examination, the questions regarding the economy subject are asked from the very basics. Okay, so you should have a good command over the concept of any topic in the economy. And here GDP is the value of final goods and services produced during a year within the boundaries of a country. Okay, and in India, the GDP is calculated by the Central Statistics Office under the Ministry of Statistics and Program. If you come to the question, it is the value of all goods and services produced within the country. It is not the all goods and services, it is the value of all final goods and services. Here the word final is missing. So if the value of all goods and services are calculated, then it will lead to a double counting, because all the goods are not final goods and some goods can be intermediary goods. So if that value is considered, then it will lead to double counting, and finally it will lead to the exaggeration of the GDP of the country. So this statement is wrong. Income from the Indian embassy in USA can be considered as GDP. This statement is true, because Indian embassy is a part of the domestic India. It means the extended geographic part of India. Embassy is an extended geography part of any country. And the income earned in that boundary of India will be considered under the GDP. Okay, that's why the statement is true. The Central Statistics Office measures the GDPs. This statement is also true. And the wrong statements are asked. So only one is wrong, and the answer is B, only one. Second question. Consider the following statements regarding the index of 8 core industries. Recently, questions have been asked regarding the 8 core industries. So as this index is released for every month, we need not to remember the report or index of every month. Okay, if that index makes any significant changes, if it records any significant changes in the 8 core industries, then we should make a note of that index. And the 8 core industries are coal, electricity, crude oil, cement, natural gas, steel, refinery products, fertilizer. Okay, this index is released by the Office of the Economic Advisor. Okay, and this office is under the Department for Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade. This index is a monthly index. Okay, this will be released for every month. If we come to the question, the Office of Economic Advisor, Department for Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade releases this report. This statement is true. Electricity is one of the 8 core industries. This statement is also true. This index is released twice a year. This is false, because this index is released for every month. Okay, and only he asked the wrong statements. So only 3 is wrong, and the answer is B. Third question, which of the following statements are not true regarding the Barbados? This is taken from the today's newspaper. Barbados. This country had gained independence in the year 1966, but till now it is a monarchic state. It means it had gained its independence from the British, and the Queen is the head of the state till now. But recently, the Queen is removed as the head of the state, but recently the Queen is removed as the head of the state. Okay, so as a result, it has become a republic country. Okay, if any country that makes any significance in the news, it means recently there is a blasting in the Lebanon. Okay, and Lebanon, the geography of the Lebanon was asked in the preliminary examination. So this country has become the republic, so it is making some significance. That's why it is important to know the geography of this country. Okay, and Barbados is an island country, and that is located in the Atlantic Sea, in the Caribbean. It means in the Caribbean Sea, the Atlantic Ocean. It is situated in the Lesser Antilles of the West Indies, and the capital city is Bridgetown. You can see here. Here it is Barbados. Okay, Barbados is in the Lesser Antilles, and it is located in the Atlantic Ocean. It is 13 degrees north to the equator. Okay, you can see here, this is the equator, and here is the country Barbados. So it is 13 degrees north to the equator. We come to the question. It is located in the Lesser Antilles. This statement is true, as we have seen that it is located in the Lesser Antilles, and 0-degree latitude passes through it. 0-degree latitude, it means equator. Actually, this is the country doesn't, the equator is not passing through the Barbados country. So the statement is wrong. It is located on the Atlantic Ocean. This statement is true. Okay, it is located in the Atlantic Ocean. And the correct statements are asked, and only 1 and 3 are correct. The answer is C. Fourth question. Consider the following statements regarding the citizenship of India. This is taken from the today's newspaper. Okay. The Constitution of India doesn't allow holding the dual citizenship. It means having an Indian citizenship and also the citizenship of any foreign country simultaneously. Okay. But based on the recommendations of the high-level committee on Indian diaspora, the government have granted the overseas citizenship of India. It also called as the dual citizenship. And with regarding the NRIs, NRI is a person who is a citizen of India, but he doesn't reside in India, or he resides outside India for a total 183 days, at least 183 days. If he stays outside India for at least 183 days in a financial year, then he is considered as an NRI. NRIs are also eligible to vote, okay, because they are citizens of India. And the Citizenship Act 1995 has led a few ways through which the citizenship can be lost: through renunciation, deprivation, and termination. Renunciation, it means if a person voluntarily, if he acquires the citizenship of another country and if he gives up the citizenship of India, then it is through the renunciation. It is called the renunciation. And termination, if a person acquires the citizenship of another country and automatically his Indian citizenship will be lost. Okay, this is termination. Deprivation, if a person under the deprivation, if a person acquires the Indian citizenship through fraudulent means, through registration or naturalization, if he uses the fraudulent means to acquire the Indian citizenship through registration and or naturalization, then his citizenship will be terminated. Okay, these are the 3 modes through which the citizenship of India can be lost. We come to the question. Indian citizenship will be cancelled if a person voluntarily acquires the citizenship of another country. This statement is true, as we see that Indian citizenship can be cancelled if he voluntarily acquires the citizenship of another country. A non-resident Indian is a citizen of India, but he cannot cast his vote. This statement is false. An NRI is a citizen of India, so he can also cast his vote. Okay. Third, since 2003, dual citizenship is allowed by Indian law, that is called overseas citizen of India. Okay, this statement is true. This dual citizenship is agreed in the year 2003. Okay, which of the following statements are correct? Asking the correct statements, and this is true, this is false, and only 1 and 3 are correct. So the answer is D. Okay, and fifth question, consider the following statements regarding the PMMSY, Pradhan Mantri Matsya Sampada Yojana. As many questions have been asked with regard to the government schemes and policies, so we should make a note of that. And PMMSY, it is a flagship scheme for the sustainable development of the fisheries sector. Okay, and this is implemented through central sector scheme and centrally sponsored scheme. It means the project cost will be borne by the central government itself, but the subcomponents of this scheme will be implemented by the states and UTs, and this cost will be shared between the states and UTs. That's why it is a central sponsored scheme, and it is also a central sector scheme. And its objectives are to harness the potential of fishery sector in a sustainable manner and to use the land and water resources efficiently to increase the fish production and productivity. Okay, and to modernize value chain considering post-harvest management and quality improvement. It also aims to double the fishers and fish farmers' incomes. It will generate employment. It will also increase the fishery sector contribution in the agricultural GVA. Okay, and it provides the social, economic, physical security to the fishermen and fish farmers. It holistically, it develops a robust fisheries management and regulatory framework. These are all the objectives of this scheme. If we come to the question, it is only a central sector scheme. This statement is wrong because here only is a trapping word. It is also a centrally sponsored scheme. Okay, this statement is false. It aims to modernize value chain considering post-harvest management and quality improvement. It is one of the objectives of this scheme. So this statement is correct. And the correct statements are asked. Only 2 is correct. And the answer is C. Okay. And that's for today. Thank you. Please like, share, and subscribe.